Hello, Sagittarius. So yours is another reading that just looking at it from the top is not making a whole lot of sense to me, but I'm going with the messages that I'm given and trust that what's meant to come through will come through, even if I don't understand it myself. But we're going to start with the oracle cards, which is what I do, and then I go back and I clarify the oracle card with a tarot card. So there is a situation where you've had to be quiet. You've had to kind of keep to yourself, maybe feeling isolated, maybe even alienated to some degree. You've had a lot of time to think and reflect on some certain situation. You were feeling blocked in some way, and the feeling for me is either you weren't being honest with someone or you weren't being honest with yourself. That's the real feeling that I get. Not really wanting to face the facts. There's a somber feeling behind all of this. You may have been standing behind a threshold, so to speak, as a thin layer of protection. Some of you may have been comfortable just staying in a situation where you were, how you were, not really moving, because you felt some sort of danger. And I'm going to say for some of you, it may even be that you were afraid that you were going to lose a pet, or your pet was in danger. And that's not going to be for everybody, but for some of you, that is the case. That there's something about that. There's also something about a vase for some of you. I don't know what that means, but that's not, again, going to be everybody either. But this whole feeling is kind of like this blocking, contemplation type of energy, feeling like you can't move. You're afraid. It's very tense energy, and it has to do with a friendship. This could be a long-standing friendship. It could be somebody that you met at work or in court or in a library or something like that. It doesn't have to be, but it could be something like that. Could be somehow that you met them recreationally too. But I'm going to say your belief system kind of kept you trapped. And it was a belief system regarding your family, your roots, your stability, your home, something like that. Okay. That's what kept you trapped. It also could have something to do with creativity, children, or pleasurable activities. This may have been these types of activities that were going on with a friend. But you're keeping it, or you were keeping it, discreet. There were lies that were told. I see anger. I see aggression. I see it's welled up inside, though. For some it may have come out in some other way too. But it's a deep anger inside. So some of you were involved with a friend discreetly, right? And you were trying to recuperate or recover this friendship through some sort of transformation of a friendship into a partnership, a contract, an agreement, something like that for most of you. Now, yeah, some of you may be getting married because I've got the 7th house twice. But this is something that you kept hidden. You may have already married somebody, or it may be that you're planning to marry somebody or to commit to someone in some sort of contractual way. Okay. So let's see, what else do I see? This could be something that had been put on hold for a while, actually, for some of you. You could have been looking for a safety net before you transformed this situation. Could be a Taurus involved for some of you. I think you were looking towards the past, but now you're looking more towards the future, trying to find the harmony within a situation, okay? So at the first of the reading, we had the Quiet Strength card, and to clarify that, we had the Eight of Swords. This is a mental prison. This also could be somebody who's actually in prison. But what I'm also seeing with the blindfolds around her eyes and her hands tied behind her when she has swords all around her tells me that this was a situation where you were in your head more so than you were actually unable to move or do as you had pleased. You were disappointed. Okay, sorry. The honesty card clarified. It's saying you're disappointed, or you were disappointed, or maybe you missed some sort of opportunity. And so because of that, you were holding on to family, or because of a family situation. For some of you, this could have been a situation where somebody was married. It will be different for everybody that watches this video. But overall, it would still be a family situation. Disappointed, holding on tightly, either to family or because of a family situation. So when it comes to the danger card, again, it's showing me you were all in your head. This is anxiety, sleepless night, repetitive thought patterns, obsession, giving up, not trying for some, okay? But what it's telling me is the danger, again, I'm getting the same thing. The danger that you were in was all in your head. So there was a friendship here that you may have walked away from because you were all in your head. So that may also be a factor. So something to do with family and your mental status. For some, there could even be issues with greed. I'm not going to lie. So maybe you were fearful to walk away, or you were fearful, and so that's why you did walk away. Anyway, the discretion card is clarified by the Three of Wands. So there's a couple of ways that I can read this, or that I feel this. For some of you, this secret friendship was kept discreet, but you would discreetly travel to them, or they would discreetly travel to you. In other situations, this is where you kept it discreet by waiting. So you each knew the bond or whatever this was, but you chose to wait. That's going to be for some. Others, maybe, it was, I don't know, looking at this one, you had to have both known, or at least somewhat, for most of you, okay? Anyway, so the recuperation card is clarified by the Sun. This usually means truth comes out, but it also can talk about children. It can also talk about being happy. So maybe in this particular situation, you were doing this You were having relations with this friend on the down low, and now you're happy that you're able to recover from that. You're able to transform it. So under the transformation card, the clarification is there was a transformation because the truth came out about a final decision at work, or there was a transformation because of a new beginning final decision at work. Interesting. The Harmony card for me is a partnership. So there's a partnership here, and you resourcefully took swift action, and you were left out in the cold in order to get a victory. Or it could be, no, I'm just going to leave it at that. It's something like that. Somehow or another, I guess you saw an opportunity. You took swift action, maybe to be left out in the cold by somebody else so that you could get this victory. Or for some of you, it could be that there was a past victory that you're trying to do the look over there thing. In other words, don't look over there in the past where I got a deceitful victory. Look at this one, never mind the man behind the mirror, behind the curtain. Okay, mirror. You may be mirroring somebody. Either way. I don't know. For most of you, though, it's just that, these binds, these ties broke. And so you were opportunistic and you took that and took it to a higher level. It enabled you to somehow expand the horizons of a friendship. Okay. I'm going to say at the bottom of the deck is the Justice card. So this may be legal. I'm also going to tell you that I kind of feel as if you were restricted in some way. There was manipulation involved. I can tell that. I just don't. I don't know. Somehow that's just all I can do right now. Like I said, I'm having a hard time with this particular one, but I guess the most important thing to say is that because this truth came out or because of this new beginning regarding a work situation, now you're able to move forward. Okay. So if this reading resonates with you, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it. And if you're not already subscribed, please do. And I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.